It may not be pretty, it's too often judged harshly, but Johannesburg, Joburg or Josie has soul. And if you dig down even a little, you'll find cultural gold.
And it's a place of where people are open-minded, where people are welcoming to the visitors. And it's always been a city that has always been drawing everyone from all over the country, you know, so it's so diverse from the times when people were coming in because of the gold rush. So it still maintains that culture.
In the last decade, downtown Johannesburg has gone from a no-go zone for many to a thriving, vibrant hub. Adam Levy has been a prime mover in the transformation.
There are fresh, dynamic things that are happening over here with the youth of this area and the youth of Johannesburg that you cannot experience anywhere else in the world. So it absolutely is a unique city.
The regeneration of Johannesburg's CBD and the inner city started before South Africa hosted the World Cup back in 2010. Nowhere is there a better illustration of the changes that have taken place than here in Braamfontein. It's a wonderful explosion and fusion of food, music and art.
Neighbour Goods on Saturday mornings is a dazzling celebration of colours, tastes, smells and harmony. A market's benchmark for me.
On average between 5,000 and 7,000 people every Saturday morning and afternoon. You get mixed races, ethnicities, nationalities, cultures, ages, really the best of people who want to share with one another. So it really is an exciting place to be.
The ambience is beautiful, there's a beautiful buzz, people are happy here. We produce a product called Yamama Khemer, and it's a traditional homemade ginger beer.
Food brings people together. Back in time, so did this.
While the teams await the national anthems.
Ellis Park, Johannesburg, June 1995. Just over a year since Nelson Mandela had become president of South Africa. The Springboks in the Rugby World Cup final against the all-conquering All Blacks. Extra time, scores level.
Back it comes to Strensky. Up goes the kick.
It seemed as the ball sailed through for the win, and in the extraordinary post-match scenes, all the possibilities for the Rainbow Nation came into view.
President to the captain.
Before going to jail in 1964, Nelson Mandela lived not far from here in Soweto. As president, he would help South Africans navigate painful, inescapable truths that rippled from these dusty streets.
We all have been touched by it one way or the other. So it's our story and we continue telling it.
Outside, time was running out for apartheid. With the ANC leadership in jail, even the children of Soweto were now helping to sustain the revolution.
In the Soweto student uprisings of 1976, young people marched peacefully against severe language laws. They were cut down with a brutal response from security forces. The apartheid story pivoted that fateful day.
So much history happened in this place. There's so much that happens in Soweto to a point that, you know, it's the heart and soul of the country.
Soweto still wrestles with housing and social issues, but these days it's bursting with energy and potential. To dive in, Soweto Outdoor Adventures runs terrific quad bike tours, taking in landmarks like Vilakazi Street, where two Nobel laureates once lived, Mr. Mandela and Bishop Desmond Tutu.
I've always thought what we have to be so careful about is prejudging cities and prejudging travel destinations. And I know we live at a time when, you know, there are dangers in the world that are real, but there's always been this view of Johannesburg as it being a dangerous city where you're going to get carjacked or somebody's going to jump out from behind a street corner and rob you. Well, that can happen in Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane and Perth, anywhere in Australia. To really immerse yourself in a city's culture, in Soweto in particular, if I survive getting across this street, nope, I'll just hold here. See, this would not happen at home. I'd be dead by now. No one had stopped for me.
So when you drink it, it's not just quenching your thirst.
The tour takes in the shack, a famous, once illegal Soweto shebeen, or traditional small bar, where Matt explains protocols for drinking umkomboti, the sour African beer made from maize.
Tradition dictates that I go down on one knee.
Yes, please.
Matt, will you marry me?
Oh,
okay, no. Let me try.
It's good.
Especially given its past, Johannesburg is a reminder to travel without prejudice.
I think culturally what's happening in Johannesburg is unrivaled anywhere in the world.
Definitely Joburg is a place to be.